Dissociative identity disorder is becoming more popular in social media nowadays, such as TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. But today I want you guys to get a basic understanding on what dissociative identity disorder really is. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, DID Explained. My name is Edward, and I am a part of the Jekyll system. We are people living with dissociative identity disorder, and we are an active researcher in psychology. Our goal here on YouTube is to make information on DID more accessible to families, friends, and people living with the same disorder, so that there'll be less stigma and more understanding for everybody involved. First, I wanted to go straight to the basics and explain to you what dissociative identity disorder is. So, dissociative identity disorder defines as a person having more than one alternate identity and having amnesia between them. It was once known as multiple personality disorder and is sometimes called split personality. Alternate identities shouldn't be confused with an alter ego, role play, and being different around different groups of people, and is nothing like a Jekyll and Hyde archetype. As people who are role playing have an alter ego, know that it's just them playing a character and not the character themselves. Plus, it's not the same as being a different person, let's say around your parents versus your friends, nor am I referring it in a sense that a person goes from sweet to psycho. People who have multiple personalities usually don't see their alters as themselves and may or may not be aware of these alternate identities that take over their memory, behavior, and thinking. Usually these alternate identities have different tastes on how they dress, what they like and dislike, age, behaviors, way of talking, memories, gender, and many more. The main person may not even be aware of this, or may disagree with some of the stuff the others are interested in. Studies show why DID develops is because of early, chronic childhood trauma. People with this disorder usually went through repeated trauma or multiple traumas before the age of 9. So traumas such as abuse, neglect, war, medical procedures, human trafficking, etc. Fun fact, 90% of DID cases stem from abuse. And due to this trauma, the child dissociated from the experience to protect itself from what they were going through. I am going to go more in depth on dissociation in a later video, but for now, dissociation is a disconnection between one's thoughts, memories, feelings, actions, or sense of self. Dissociation caused amnesia from the experience and created alters. Since the memories are not connected, each part will experience different aspects of the life, creating their own personality with it. Now, stepping back a little, not everyone who experiences childhood trauma will develop DID, as that depends on if the child was able to get to safety, their support system, their subjective experiences to the trauma in question, how long the trauma went on for, and how easily they dissociate, and their natural ability to cope. If you were abused as a child, there is no guarantee you will develop DID, but it is a contributing factor. Along with the trauma, the child had to go through having disorganized attachments, meaning the person in question was abusing them, but they couldn't get out of it because maybe it was their parents, and they are still dependent on them for food, shelter, and other things. They couldn't get out of the situation, so they had to remove themselves from it. To know if you or somebody has dissociative identity disorder, The psychiatrist in question would have to look at the Diagnostic Statistic Manual 5 and determine if the patient has the presence of 2 or more distinct identities. So, have they had reports of switching identities from the individual or other people? Or did they witness a switch firsthand? Or 2, amnesia. Does the patient explain that they had a lot of time loss? Or did the psychiatrist see the patient switching back without remembering the conversation? Number 3, have difficulty in daily functioning. Does amnesia or alters cause a subject unable to keep relationships? Are they unable to work? Or are they struggling in school? Or does it scare the hell out of them? Number 4, it cannot be a part of religious or spiritual practices. And number 5, it cannot be the cause by substance use or any other medical condition. The diagnosis should not be made if it's better explained by substance use, seizures, other mental health problems, imaginative play in children, or religious practices. In addition to these symptoms in the DSM-5, a person with DID might also experience depression, PTSD, flashbacks, dissociation, personality disorders, eating disorders, substance use disorders, conversion disorder, EDD, sleep disorders, and symptomatic symptom disorder. Self-harm, non-epileptic seizures, amnesia, flashbacks, anxiety disorders, and being suicidal are also common. If you are diagnosed with DID, the treatment plan would consist of supportive care, psychotherapy, hypnotherapy, adjunctive therapy, medications to treat other disorders, possibly family therapy, group therapy, learning, coping skills, stress management, safety planning, mapping out alters, integration, CBT, DBT, EMDR, reducing stress, etc. It depends on how your doctor sees fit. So that is the basics on dissociative identity disorder. Today we covered the definition, causes, symptoms, and treatment plan. I've also left resources in the description if you guys want to do your own research or if you want to know where I get my information from. If you want to see more videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment any questions you would like to know regarding DID. For now, I'll see you later. Bye, my pea.